the football station.
September the 23rd, 1967, the Melbourne Cricket Ground, a crowd of 109,396. The battle between the Tigers and the Cats, with Richmond taking the flag by 9 points. Richmond 16-18, 114. Geelong 15-15, 105. This is Rod McLeod inviting you to join my fellow 3KZ football commentators, Harry Beitzel, Brian Simmons and myself, for the final quarter of the thrilling 1967 VFL Grand Final. It's underway. Patterson gets the tap down, but no one can get clear with the ball. It's thrown back into the pack. Cluster tries to get in over the top. It can't get it. Eventually comes to Clay. Clay whips the ball out towards that right half forward flank position. Ronaldson badly out of touch. Couldn't take it. It goes to Ganane. Ganane's got it. Runs into goal. Shoots straight across the face of goals. And it's certainly not Paddy Ganane's day. Straight over and out of bounds. Over in that left forward pocket position. There's the throw in now. The ruckman move in. Andrews is in the ruck there. Up goes Ronaldson. Gets the tap down. It goes to Bartlett. Bartlett shoots for goal. And it's put it through. Richmond 13-15-93, Geelong 13-7-85. And we've only been playing 1 minute in this, the final quarter of the 1967 Grand Final here at the MCG. 3KZ on relay throughout Australia. Umpire Shields moving in again. Up they'll go. A big punch down by Mitchell. Gets it up towards his half-forward line. Here's an opportunity for a hand pass over towards Goggin. That hand pass came across from Ryan. Gets it back and turned towards Andrews. Andrews had the ball under control. Gets it down to Sharrock. Sharrock's got it. Swings it back. He's met pretty solidly down towards the goal square. It'll be over the line and through, I'd say, for 1 point. So there's a point to Geelong. They go on now to 13 goals, 8. 13-8. That'll make them 86 points to Richmond, 13-15-93. 7 points the difference after 1 minute of play. Swift moves in a magnificent drop kick right downfield. Up they go for it. Polinelli's got the chance to recover behind. Overran it for a chain. Kick off the ground by Burke. Puts it in towards the centre. Walker's lost the run of it. Comes to the ground now. A chance here for Hart to get a hand pass out. But it's going to be intercepted by the brilliant Marshall, tearing his way through right down towards the full-back line. Goes for the kick wide over to where Ainsworth running in for the ball. He won't get to it in time. Polinelli chipping in too, but over the line it goes out of bounds. Up they go. Patterson goes up, but Big Farmer gets a tap down. He'll recover too. Goes after the ball. Will go for the hand pass. A long one. Goes straight in towards the centre. Here's the opportunity for Newland to get it out towards Polinelli. And Polinelli is broken clear. A long kick by Polinelli is going up to where Dean races in for the ball. He moves in pretty solidly. Brings that player down to the ground. Umpire Shields has played it the other way.
Played it to Dean. Dean goes for a hand pass over to Bergen. There'll be another free kick. This kick coming right down toward the half back flank. And Polinelli takes the mark. He immediately plays on. He's gone for a short pass straight towards the centre. And Clayer's mark. Clay immediately drop kicks that ball. It's not a good one. It's going to fall short. It fell over the shoulder of Goggin, but Bartlett's got the ball. He'll be grabbed when not in possession. Should have been paid the free. He wasn't, and so it goes to Goggin. Goggin immediately goes for the short pass. He's looking up there towards Sherrick, but coming out strongly as Swift. Bounces once, and then goes for a short hand pass over to Dean. Good football. Dean on the left boot kicks it straight out of bounds, and the ball will be thrown in. Here is Farmer and Patterson, both having a battle royal, and the free's going to Patterson, and Patterson kicks into the player on the mark. Very dangerous this, as Sherrick takes 2 bounces and then goes for the kick. It's a big one too. He's looking for Wade, but Wade and Andrews, but Andrews is outmarked by Jewell, as Jewell moved across to take the mark easily on his chest. His kick's going to fall short. It's marked by Closter. Bergen grabs Closter, and Closter goes back. As we see the kick coming up now, they're setting themselves for the mark. Nobody can take it. A big punch away goes to Dean. Good tactics by the Richmond defence. A chance then for Polinelli. Polinelli went hard, and it bounced luckily for Burke. Burke's bounced once. He's going for the second bounce, and now he's going for his kick. He was bumped as he kicked the ball. Bumped as he kicked the ball by Goggin, and umpire Peter Shields has paid the penalty downfield. Peter Shields has made some strange decisions in the second half. As the free kick goes up, where it's a beautiful mark by West. He's way up in front of Ganane. And
I think it's Mitchell, isn't it?
Mitchell.
I think it is Mitchell. Mitchell in that back pocket position will swing it around that outer flank. Comes in for the kick. There's the kick by Mitchell. Down to where Burke's going to go up, but the little fellow Polinelli came in from behind. There's a hand pass. Puts it over in the direction here of Burke once again. He cops the player coming in from behind. Must get the free kick against Polly Farmer. Polly did everything except ride him face down into the dirt. And Burke will get the free kick for Richmond over on that left half forward flank. Well, it's a shocker of a kick. almost marked over in that position there. In they come again, picked up and driven wide towards the line, and over the line it goes. Newland it was, put it over the line and out of bounds once again. In they go, Mitchell, Farmer up against Patterson. Patterson's the offender on that occasion. It goes to Barry Richardson. He'll turn around, swing it onto the left boot, down towards the goal square, but out comes West, and West miles in front of Ganane has taken a mark in defence. It's going to drop a little bit short, and we'll see it marked there and taken by Newland. Newland goes for the kick, down towards the centre position. Up goes Perry, took it over the back of the pack, couldn't take it, however, comes to the ground again. Here's an opportunity for Geelong as the ball high in the air, through wheels, up towards that forward pocket position, punched away from there, over towards the line, and over the line it goes, and it's out of bounds once again on the right half-forward flank for Geelong.
Patterson takes the tap away, got it out to Bull Richardson. He taps the ball to the ground once, then goes for the big punt kick, looking down there for Barry Richardson. Up went Richardson, couldn't quite mark the ball, and it's been punched over the line for a throw-in. There was a free kick to Mitchell, wasn't paid. The kick off the ground by Mitchell, lands it out in the direction of Goggin with a hand pass back up there to Polinelli. Now Polinelli's gone for a drop kick. It's a beautiful drop kick. It's coming right down to where a chance for Andrews. Andrews taps the ball. It's been missed badly by Eels, and on the left boot of Jewell it goes straight out of bounds. And that was a bad mistake by the Geelong forwards. The ball's high in the air. Up goes Patterson and Mitchell. Ball comes to ground. Ryan is trying to grab the ball out of the pack. He can't get it. It goes to Brown. Brown's kick is going to be marked by Polinelli. And Polinelli has been a winner all day for the Geelong side.
Bang.
What a beautiful kick to Farmer. Farmer's missed a mark, I think the first in his life. It hit him on the chest and hit him so hard he dropped it. It's going back towards Richardson. Barry Richardson this is. He's playing the ball round. He plays beautifully as he balks. Gets it on the right boot. Looking up here for Ganane. Ganane's trying to push and shove. Ball comes to the ground. It's danger here as it goes back towards Ganane. Ganane throws it away. It comes back here to West. West gets it over to Ainsworth. Back to Marshall. Marshall drifting right down there into the back line has kicked it out of bounds. 13-15, 93 of the Tigers. And they're leading as Bartlett gets the ball over to Brown. Brown, sorry. Brown stays for that one, and Peter Shields gave it to him as he moves in to kick this one. Geelong 13-8, 86, and it's on its way. It's going to fall short. Up go the big fellas, touch through for a point, and the score is now Richmond on the 3KZ scoreboard, 13-16, 94, Geelong 13-8, 86.
Kickoff puts it into the centre, taken by Walker. His long kick is up towards centre half forward. Up they fly, and this will be Ryan. Will it going up for that mark? Ryan at centre half forward has taken the mark. Only a matter of 35 yards out and on not much of an angle. Practically dead in front, kicking towards that punt road goal. There's the kick by Ryan.
It's a goal.
It's a goal. So Geelong now, they're catching up. They go on to 92 points. That'll make them 14 goals, 8. 14-8, 92 to Richmond, 13-16, 94. And it's only 2 points the difference here at the MCG in the 1967 VFL Grand Final between Richmond and Geelong. Umpire Peter Shields in charge of the match. Moving in now, ready to kick it off. And they've been playing just on 10 minutes. The bounce of the ball, and in they go, the big fellows. Big punch out to Patterson. Shark straight in the centre though for Geelong. Nicely here by Polinelli. His kick's up towards the centre half forward position. Scooped over the back of the pack. No one can take the ball. Goes to Ryan again. He's got the opportunity. Moves in. Tears his way through. Lines them up. Shoots for goal. And is completely offline through for 1 point only. And it's only 1 point the difference after 11 minutes of play in the final quarter. Swift is going to kick towards this northern flank. Now he's not, straight down the centre. Another magnificent drop kick into the centre. Could have been a free kick against Farmer then as it goes back down in the direction of Eels. He's got the ball down towards the full forward position over the head of the players. It'll beat them, I think. I don't think it is. I think it ran through first. It ran through first, a desperate attempt to kick it off the ground. Derrick was the player, but he tried desperately to get to it, but it was rolling end over end and through, and it's even the score. So it's 14 goals, 10 to 13-16, 94 points each on the 3KZ scoreboard as the kickoff brings it in towards the centre. Up goes Farmer, goes for the hand pass out to Mitchell. Geelong into attack once again, and this time at centre half forward, they've found Eels once again.
Here's Eels' kick. It's a torpedo punt kick. It's going to be offline for 1 point only. But Geelong are in front by one solitary point. 14 goals, 11, 95 points. Richmond 13-16, 94. 12 minutes into the last quarter. Swift, beautiful kick. Right down towards the centre. Up goes Farmer. Taps it away. It comes to Perry. Perry has the ball intercepted, but it goes to Bartlett. Bartlett grabs. When he grabs the ball, he's grabbed again. He's still allowed to punch the ball away. It comes toward Newland. Newland takes it away from Barrett. Long hand pass over towards Goggin. Goggin's following that ball on with Burke on his hammer. and there's his kick. It's going to go toward a little Polinelli. Polinelli is looking for Sherrick. Sherrick slips over at the crucial moment. Two Richmond players upset each other. It goes to Eales. Eales drop kick toward goal. He should have looked for a player, and Eales has kicked it out of bounds. Ball out of bounds, a yard away from the behind post. Up go the big fellas. It comes out to Ryan. Ryan with a left boot. And it's either a miraculous mark or a goal, one of the two. And it's a mark to Dean. And he's electing to kick out there, and he goes for a short pass towards Swift. Swift hasn't got it. Swift runs onto the left boot. He gets it down towards the half-back flank. Here Sprang comes bursting down here. Right down towards Brown. Brown takes the ball away from Marshall. Hand pass to Barrett is dangerous. Barrett's bounced twice, 3 times, and running the wrong way. Now he goes on with a kick, and Rosenau up in front, didn't take the mark. He's down on the top. There's a chance for Ganane, and it'll be bounced by umpire Peter Shields. Well, Rosenau had his chance to mark the ball then. He couldn't do so, and the ball's been bounced 25 yards out from the Richmond goal. It's 1 point the difference. And it's bounced down on the deck. Up goes Rosenau and Ronaldson. Ronaldson got the tap away. Comes to Brown. Brown to Hart. Good football. Hart on the left boot. He's kicking right up towards Ganane. Ganane has the ball punched away. It's not through yet. Although the goal umpire's coming out. The goal umpire wants the all clear. And a beautiful piece of play by Richmond, by the Geelong defence, but it was through for 1 point. Richmond 13-17-95. Geelong 14-11-95. West is kicking in. It's a right foot drop kick. He's looking over there for Mitchell. Mitchell can't take it, but Farmer does. And then a long hand pass over to Polinelli. Polinelli has got the ball under control. He goes for the right foot kick. It's not a good one, but it comes out towards Sherrick. Sherrick has gone for the big kick towards the big sticks. He's driven it home, and he's driven it through from the half-forward flank. And Geelong are a goal in front. Geelong 15-11, 101. Richmond 13-17-95, and Sherrick has kicked another goal to make his total to this stage 4 for the day.
109,396. This is a record since reserve seats have been sold, and a record aggregate for the 4 matches here at the MCG. The ball back with umpire Shields in the centre, Brian Simmons.
Geelong have got their tails in the air, and Richmond are definitely rattled. Back in the centre of the ground. There's the bounce right in the centre. Up they go. It's tapped down by Mitchell. But it right into the arms of Barry Richardson. He can't break clear of the pack. He finally grabs the ball. Still got possession of it. Down to the centre half-forward position it goes. Over the heads of the players. Ganane cannot pick up the ball. Handball's over to Bartlett, and his kick went right along the ground and over the line and out of bounds. There's the ball thrown in. Here's a chance there for Geelong to clear the ball through Mitchell. They do so back into the half-back line, and down comes Kloster, and he marks the ball for Geelong on the half-back flank. Kloster for Geelong, coming around the members' side, using a drop kick back into the centre wing it goes. Players rise, and it goes over the line and out of bounds. Right in front of the members' stand. Into the air it goes. Patterson takes the ball out of the air for Richmond. It's caught immediately. In comes Marshall of Geelong. Puts it onto a right boot. Down to the centre half-forward position it goes. Chance there for Richmond to mark, which they do. Through Strang. Strang with the ball bounces once. Puts it onto a right boot down into the half-forward flank position. Up they go. Ronaldson tries to mark the ball. Couldn't do so. In comes West. And his kick goes right out of bounds on the half-back flank. Geelong are in front by 1 goal. 101-95. Up they go. It comes to ground. Forced back into the centre wing. Kloster going after the ball. Patterson is hotly in pursuit, but Kloster's first to the ball. Slams it down to the centre half-forward position, but a good mark has been taken by Strang at centre half-back. Strang of Richmond will turn out another strong Geelong attack. Favours a pun kick. It's a good one too. Right down to the centre half-forward position. Players rise, but no one can mark the ball. A golden opportunity for Richmond as they put it over onto the half-forward line, and Ronaldson marks. Ronaldson of Richmond is marked on the half-forward flank. It's a good 50-60 yards out from goal. He's right on the boundary line. There's his kick. It's a pretty good kick. It's a goal. There's no worries about it. A glorious goal kick by Ronaldson. And the scores are level. The scores are level. Richmond 14-17, 101 to 15-11, 101 Geelong.
3KZ, Melbourne's top football station, relaying throughout the Commonwealth. Back to the MCG.
Where the bounce of the ball has taken place. In the centre, Richmond desperately trying to get it away. No one can break clear with it, however. And that player on the field there is Perry. Jay Perry is on the ground. The ball goes out wide, out towards Polinelli. And Polinelli has taken a mark for the Cats. His kick down towards the full forward position. Up goes the pack. No one can take the ball at the back of the pack. It goes through to Perry. This is Mike Perry. Couldn't get away with it. Down on the ground. Here's a shot. Lined up. A shot for goal. And it's through for 1 point only. And Geelong go 1 point ahead. 15-12, 102 to Richmond 14-7, 101. Wade was the player who had the snapshot. There's the kick by Swift, right down into the centre. There's pushing and shoving going on. It could have been a free kick to Barrett. It is against Marshall. He was being interfered with while the ball was still on its way in the air, and Barrett will drive it right down towards... No, he doesn't. It's a poor kick for him. It's going to drop short. It'll find Northey, and Northey juggles at once over on the right half-forward flank, and is going to now play on. Right down towards the goal square. The pack are going to fly for it. Up goes Ganane. Couldn't take it. It comes to the ground again. In comes the brilliant play here of Geelong as it comes back in the direction of Costa. That came from Goggin. Down towards the wing position. Up they go. No one can take it. It goes to Andrews. He drops the ball when tackled. Comes to the ground. The free kick going Richmond's way. And it's going to be taken by Tony Jewell on the right half forward flank. The kick is high in the air. It's a poor one. That's all that they want. Up goes Bartlett, and Bartlett is marked. Out at centre half forward, kicking towards the railway or the scoreboard into the ground. The kick right down towards the goal square. It's going to drop short, however. Chance there for Rosnow. Couldn't take it. Ganane turns over, and again, a right off line, over the line and out of bounds.
It's 1 point the difference here. Richmond 14-17, 101. Geelong 15-12, 102. They've been playing 20 minutes into the last quarter. This ball is out of bounds right next to the behind post. And here's Rod calling possibly his last piece of play for 67.
Up they go. The big tap down comes straight to the front. A chance for Northey. Couldn't get away with the ball. Umpire Shields moves in quickly. Sees the ball being pulled out of the pack and is going to bounce at a matter of 15 yards out from the Richmond goal. There's the bounce of the ball. It favours Farmer. Farmer goes for the tap down over to Bartlett. He's run into trouble. Grab were not in possession and played against him for dropping the ball. Comes wide over towards the front of the members' stand. Up they'll go here for it. The ball being held and pulled, and it's going to be a free kick to go to Costa over on this right half-back flank, or the left half-back flank it is, in front of the members' stand for Geelong. It's a kick now by Costa. Goes up around the wing. Up they rise for it. No one can take it. It comes down on the head of the players and over the line and out of bounds once again on this centre wing after 22 minutes. The throw in again. Patterson goes up. He's trying to pull it down and bring it down every time. Luckily, this occasion, he gets interfered with. The man came in from behind. Andrews goes for the kick. It goes to Goggin, and Goggin will take plenty of time as he just skips back, wait for someone to move into position further up, and now he does. Goes for the kick around the wing position. Up they fly. No one can take the mark. It goes through towards Gareth Andrews. He's almost tripped. Puts the ball to boot. Up towards centre half forward. The pack there are waiting for it. Up they rise. Punched away to the front of the pack again. Here's an opportunity. It looks like Strang coming through to relieve the pressure, which he does to centre half forward. Up they rise. Hart's brought it down. Hart has brought down a miraculous goal. A miraculous mark, I should say. It was in the finger, just a little bit of play, and then I'll be down to the dressing room. Which one I go to, I don't know. There's the kick. Down towards the full forward position. Up goes Ganane. And Ganane has taken a mark from behind, right over the front. He's 30 yards out from goal, directly in front. Can Paddy make amends for the day? Geelong 15-12, 102. Richmond 14-17, 101. 1 point the difference. Ganane comes in. There's the kick. It's through for 1 point only. And it's even, Stephen. 102 points each as we'll head for the dressing rooms.
And West about to take the ball into play. He's taking his time as he moves down, and there's his kick-off. It's a right-foot drop kick. It's falling short. Oh, Hart has taken a ripper. Hart has got up right over the top of Walker. He was head high on Walker and has taken a mark at centre-half forward. Royce Hart, the 19-year-old wonder for the Tigers, sends up to where up goes Ganane, but it's Mitchell to take the mark. Mitchell kicks into the player in front of him, Big Ronaldson. This is dangerous as it's kicked across in the direction of Northey. Northey has the ball taken away from him. In the back it is, but umpire Peter Shields says I'll bounce it. Umpire Shields is bouncing the ball 25 yards from the Richmond goal, and it's even Stephen, 102 points each. Up goes Farmer. Farmer's definitely cramped badly. Kick off the ground there, desperate. And here's a chance for Clay. Clay's got the big show. He runs around an opponent. He runs around 2 opponents. He's put the ball on its way. Up they go. Ainsworth knocks it away. It's a chance for Hart. He steamrolls just about to take the kick. The ball's on the ground. Newlands gets it. Newlands can't get his kick, and the ball's taken over the line. It's been thrown in. It's 30 yards from the Richmond goal. Farmer has the free kick given against him, and Farmer cannot get off the ground. Free kick's been played against him to Ronaldson. Ronaldson is on an angle. He's already kicked a remarkable goal from the opposite flank. There is the kick. It's on its way It's going to fall short. But it went over the heads of... it fell short. It's a goal to Richmond. 15-18, a total of 108 points. But there, through sheer tiredness, both West and Rosenow could have taken that mark. They misjudged it. It went between them, through for a goal. Richmond's 1 goal in front. Geelong 15-12, 102. The ball has bounced. It's knocked away by Mitchell. And here's a free kick. It's a charity free kick to Farmer in the centre of the ground. Farmer had no intention of going for the ball then. There's a kick by Farmer. It's going right up to the half-forward flank. Nobody can take the mark. Opportunity here for Goggin. Goggin runs around and then gets a hand pass into Eales. Eales is in a lot of trouble here. He doesn't know what to do. He goes for his kick. He's flattened after he goes for it. And the penalty will go further afield. And Sherrick will take the free. No, it's not going to Sherrick. It's going to go to Graham. They've been playing 25 and a half minutes. Graham moves in. He's offline, 1 point only. And it's 5 points the difference. Here is a kick in. Oh, it's a beautiful kick. And it's found Patterson. And Patterson's going back for his kick. There's 5 points the difference. As up goes Farmer. He can't take the mark. It's desperation as Farmer falls over the ball. He's holding onto an opposition player. It comes to ground. It's coming over in the direction of Richardson. Richardson back to Clay. Clay back to Richardson. And Richardson now sending forward for Richmond. They're finishing the stronger. Up goes Ganane. He can't take the mark, but Northey's got it. Northey's tapped it on in front of him. Being held. Kicks the ball across the face of goal. And it's out of bounds. The ball about to be thrown in. Comes down in the direction now of the 2 Richmond players. Oh, good play, Bartlett. Bartlett came back, bounced his way off, kicked the goal, and Richmond may have won it. They've gone to 16 goals, 18, 114. Geelong are 15, 13, 103. The ball's bounced in the centre. Back here we see Patterson getting the tap away. Graham's trying to get towards Barrett. Barrett's playing the ball on in front of him. Barrett's run right back toward the half-back flank position. Now he's got his kick. Back toward the centre. Here's a chance for Farmer. Farmer's up, and Farmer has taken a mark. Quickly plays on. Gets it down to Gloucester. Gloucester's long drop kick. And here they're setting themselves for the mark. Up goes Wade. He can't take it. It's all Richmond down there. They defend strongly. A big hand pass. It comes back to where there's a chance here for Geelong. But Fred Swift's there. Fred Swift runs around the goal area. He's hanging onto the ball and kicks down, and there's an opportunity now for them to take it away as Perry takes the ball under control. Down to, oh, beautiful play, Barrett. Balked around an opponent, straight to Barry Richardson, and Richardson has marked. Richmond 16-18, 114. Geelong 15-13, 103. 28 minutes into the quarter. Barrett's down with cramp as the ball from Richardson goes right down where it's not marked by anybody. Farmer runs around on his left hand, goes for the hand pass. He gets it back to West. West over to Farman. Farman looking here for Ainsworth. Ainsworth keeps the ball in play and then with a kick sends it out of bounds. As the ball is thrown in, up went Mitchell, got the big tap away, a chance for Marshall. Marshall takes the ball under control, gives a hand pass over to Billy Goggin. Goggin goes for another hand pass back to Graham. Graham to Marshall's good football. Marshall's going to line them up. It's a long kick. He's up looking up here. Nobody can take the mark. Yes, I think Andrews maybe played it. He hasn't been played it. Play on, call the umpire. And it goes to Ryan. Ryan with a left foot kick. And it's through for 1 point. Richmond could have it thrown up as Freddie Swift kicks over to Patterson and has found Patterson again. Patterson will go back for the big long kick. There's the kick by Patterson. It's not a good one. Grubs along the ground. However, it's John Perry to come in, the 19th man for Richmond. Has it underway. Marshall marks in the centre of the ground, is held on to. Goes back for his kick now. And the precious seconds are ticking away for the Cats. Here's Marshall running around an opponent. Goes for the drop kick, but it's going to be marked by Richmond. No, he mulled it. It comes to Goggin. Goggins grabs when under pressure. It comes back to Goggin. Goggins playing the ball on. He must be dead tired. He lines them up now. Has gone for the big ones. And he's kicked it. I think he's kicked the goal. No. Fred Swift has marked right on the line. Great play, Fred Swift. It was right on the line. He's kicked it out to where Polinelli's gathered the ball in. He's gone for a dash and sends goalwards, and it's through for 1 flag. Siren. Richmond have won. Richmond have won. Richmond won the 1967 15-15. Geelong finished with 105. Richmond were 16-18, 114. Tigers have won a premiership after 23 years.
It was a scene of wild excitement in the Richmond dressing room straight after the final siren, as you'll hear in these exclusive interviews, as broadcast live by 3KZ. Freddie Swift, a magnificent game, Fred. I know that you're a little bit wound up at the moment. How does it feel, Fred?
I don't know yet, Rod. It's been fantastic so far. I ran a lap of the ground at the finish and I'm absolutely...
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Righto, Fred. Well, tremendous effort, mate. Okay, we'll let you go. You're still wound up. Well, I've been here a couple of weeks. Again, 2 mics here at the moment. We'll see if we can get Tommy Hapey, the quiet man of football, or one of them. Tommy, congratulations, Tom. And as the old Shepparton kid, a very wonderful job. You must be very proud of the boys.
Extra, Rod. Terribly pleased. I've never felt like this before, to be quite honest.
And did you think you were going to lose it at one stage, mate?
Well, at three-quarter time, I felt that we were a big show, but it was edgy all the way through. I wouldn't like to say at what stage did I think that we were ever going to win it.
Tom, as a matter of interest, this could be the start of many big things for the future for Richmond. Yourself, you need a tremendous amount of congratulations for what you've done yourself and the rest of the club. It's been a wonderful effort to come up from where they did to what they are now.
Yes, we're very pleased, naturally enough, but we'll wait till we worry about next year, Rod.
Okay, Tom. You'd like to get back with your boys, would you?
Very true.
Good on you, fella. Billy, how are you, mate?
A bit tired, Rod. A bit sore.
A wonderful effort.
Yeah, the boys fought all the way right to the final siren, and that's what we've been training for throughout the year, Rod.
What's it like to be a premiership winner for the first time?
Well, it's hard to say at the moment, don't you think, Paddy? It's hard to believe.
Delayed reaction, Rod.
It's been a long time, Paddy.
A champion game, Bill. We played like the bloody champion you are.
Well, never mind. That was direct on air, but we don't care. That's how we feel. Kevin, how are you, mate?
Terrifically happy. Fair dinkum.
Are you?
Couldn't explain myself.
Did you actually think that you were going to win it? Do you think you might have tossed it away at one stage?
No, well, all year Tom's been saying that he thought that we were the most determined side in the lead, and the way it turned out, I think it showed we were to come back after being down in the third quarter.
Well, you were nice and determined early in the piece, and I think this is what gave you the good grip on the game at the start.
Yes, but then they fought back tremendously in the third quarter. They came out and they hit us with everything, but I think everyone at Richmond is tremendously pleased at the way we've come back and finally won. It's fantastic.
Right, congratulations. It'll be a wild old town in the Tiger Town tonight. Right, Kevin. G'day, Jeff. How do you feel?
Oh, terrific. Bloody mighty.
We're getting a few of these. You're direct on air, you know. You're direct on air. Never mind. But congratulations, Jeff. We've had a couple of those great Australian adjectives screaming in. Anyhow, all the best to you and congratulations for a marvellous win. Mike, the big red fella, how do you feel?
I'm pretty tired, Rod.
As a matter of interest, is this a much greater thrill as far as you're concerned than being in the state side earlier in the year?
Oh, it's incredible. There's not a patch on the state side. This is the greatest feeling I've ever had.
Now, careful, fellas. We've been over the air twice. We're direct on air, so be a little bit careful, Tony, what we say. And premiership, did you think you'd have it all the way through the game?
I thought we had it easier than what we did, really.
Did you?
Yes, I did, and they were worthy opponents, weren't they? They had us worried.
Tremendous game. Billy Brown?
Yes. Bit tired to speak, I think. I'm exhausted. I couldn't do the lap.
Freddie Swift said that it was too much for him. I said to him, you didn't look fit all day, so it must have been that last lap that did it.
I think so.
I reckon you could go around and run around the roof now, couldn't you, fellas?
Yes, I think so. We'll have to loosen up tomorrow to get into the old... Someone probably make us train tomorrow morning, too.
Probably would. I don't know if you heard that at all. Royce, congratulations. You found it a bit tougher to get into it today, mate.
It was a bit hard to start off, but I gradually worked away and trained. I was satisfied, as long as we won.
A wonderful honour to come into in your first season in league football to come up with a premiership.
Yes, it was a big thrill. Probably it would be the best season that I've had so far. Last year was a good season, finishing off in the reserve for the premiership, but this one it really kept the year off.
Okay, then thank you very much indeed, Royce. Congratulations. G'day. We're on relay, incidentally, up your way, so if you'd like to mention and send any special Cheerios, on relay, you're on air direct at the moment, Dick.
Anybody up in Corbin listening, I'd like to say it's a tremendous feeling. I'd like to send a cheer out to my sister, my brother-in-law, and my two little nieces. It's a tremendous feeling.
just great.
How does it feel being a wingman after coming down as the boom forward?
In a premiership side, it doesn't matter where you play. It's just great.
It's been a big year for you, Dick, hasn't it? You've played the state side, you've been in a premiership side, and congratulations for a wonderful season.
Thanks very much. Good.
Okay.
Well, we have Johnny Perry and Barry Richardson with us.
Well, how do you two feel?
Oh, terrific. Never felt anything like it, Pete Hickam.
Did you think you were going to get a run?
Oh, no, they're all going so well, and no one seemed to be tiring or anything like that. But I'll just to share it with them, even for coming on for a couple of minutes, it was terrific, Pete Hickam.
And what about you, Barry?
I can tell you we were quite sure we were tiring. I thought it was a wonderful game. We were very glad to see Johnny came on, a fresh man. It was good to see him. Most wonderful feeling to win a premiership. I don't think any words can explain it.
Righto, Barry. We've got Big Mike Patterson. G'day, Mike. Mike, congratulations to you for a magnificent season. You were finding it a bit tough at the start of the year. You won your way into the side, and you've had every minute of it through the premiership.
Thanks very much.
And how do you reckon you beat them? What do you reckon was the end result?
It was a fantastic, the end result. But I think we fought it out all the way. We were just not going to concede defeat at any stage in the match. They got in front, we fought back. I think our greater determination all over the ground, plus our long kicking won it for us.
Okay, Mike. Mike Patterson, thank you. Bob Dickerson, how are you, Robert?
Very excited, Rod.
Well worth it.
Yes, it was very well worth it, Rod. I'm only sorry for one thing, Rod. The late Len Smith is not here, who started all this to share with us in our joy.
Well, this is right. This is something that we mentioned earlier in the day. It would have been a wonderful thing because he's been one of those responsible for the upsurge of Richmond in recent years.
That is very true. He began all this, and we were very lucky to have a good administration led by Ray Dunn and a capable secretary to follow this through.
And I think your secretary, talking about your secretary, I think he's even got a smile on his face.
Just arrived now.
Graham Richardson. Graham Richardson, you got me tossed now, Graham. Congratulations. I personally want to thank you for the assistance you've given me since I've been tied up with football. Just one thing, I think this might be Tommy Haight. Just taking a little bit of a risk. I'm moving right in amongst the crowd, so you could hear anything at this moment. But I'm trying to see if we can get Tommy. Can I just get through there, chaps? Bring our microphone in. I think we might be lucky. We'll keep quiet now and see what happens. Mr. Ray Dunn is speaking, Freddie Swift and Tom Hafey up on the stand.
Now, as a gesture of thanks to Tommy Hafey, the coach, Redcliffe and the boys. Please.
You can hear the excitement.
Now, we want to call for donations. Donations, everyone will be acknowledged. Donations from everybody here to give them a chance. $20 from me, $40 from Senator Kennelly, $20 from Ron Garraway. Right. $120 from the what? From the old players, $120. Now put it in.
Right. $50
for Big Fernando.
Well, as you can hear, they're being very well supported. I was hoping that Tommy Hafey would be making a few words. I'm in position waiting for it, but there's not much I can do at the moment. They're calling for donations. Holding up the VFL 1967 Premiership Cup. Wild excitement down here at the moment. They're holding the cup up aloft at this moment. I think there might be a few words from the very quiet man of football, Tommy Hafey, in just a tick, with those tears in the eyes. Here it is. You can hear the crowd. We want Tommy. This is a word for Neville Crowe, incidentally. We want Crowe. Here's Neville Crowe coming around. Neville Crowe, a very disappointed player here. But believe me, the money is pouring in here, and they've put it up. They've given good value to Richmond supporters this year, without doubt. Charlie Priestley. How's it, Charlie? Now, be careful. You're on air, mate.
Lovely. I lit this cigar at three-quarter time hoping. And we've won it. So now I'm going to smoke the rest of it.
I bet you will. I think you'll do more than that. It's going to be a really wild time tonight, isn't it? Well, now I'm saying good afternoon to Mr. Ray Dunn, the president of the Richmond Football Club. Ray, it's been a wonderful honour to yourself, and you certainly must be thrilled at this moment.
Yes, I'm very thrilled after 24 years of waiting on the committee to at last have obtained a premiership.
And did you think you had it all the way through?
No, I've never been overconfident at all. I thought it was a great game between two good teams, and I think the luck of the game was with us at the finish. And I thought we were just better at the finish, that was all. There was nothing between the teams.
Neither side shirked anything. You came at it hard to start, they came at it hard after half-time.
Yes, I thought neither team shirked in any way at all. I thought there were 18 players, brilliant players on each side, and we just had the breaks at the finish.
You want to go through one like that again, Ray?
No, I lost 20 stone in the last 10 minutes and put it on again. I think I'll put on 40 stone tonight.
Is this the start of big things for Richmond?
I think so. I think we've got a good club. We've got 4 good teams. They're all in the grand final. We won 2 premierships out of the 4 up to date and a chance of the 3rd. And I think we'll have a good team for some years now.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Ray Dunn. Brian Simmons recorded these comments in the Geelong dressing rooms, naturally a scene of much more bitter disappointment.
Bill Ryan. Bill, a great game today by you.
Thanks very much. It was a tremendous game. It was one of the greatest games I've ever played. I'll never forget it.
Bill, it was only 9 points, but Geelong hit the front on several occasions throughout the game, and when they had that tremendous burst in the 3rd quarter, they looked as if they were going to take it away from Richmond.
Yes, Johnny Sherrick come good again in that 3rd quarter, and he slammed in a couple, and it was just tremendous. You know, it was just one of those things, and just a better side won on the day. That's all I could say. It was just the luck of the game.
Bill, it's one of those things, even though you did get beat, you don't mind being beat because both sides played so very, very well.
Yes, the crowd loved it. No one left, I don't think, till the last siren, so they must have enjoyed it.
Bill, was there any spite in it at all?
None whatsoever. It was just a good, hard game, and just like all Australian rules football should be, just fast and open.
Wayne Closter I've got over here. Wayne, bad luck today, but what a great fighting effort by Geelong.
Yeah, it's a great game. Tremendous.
Wayne, what about your own personal duel in the centre there with Barrett, and then of course you went out onto the wing?
Yeah, well, Barrett proved a bit strong early. He's a good player.
No doubt you're a little bit disappointed on losing today.
Yeah, bitterly.
All right, Wayne. Well, I know you want to get dressed, so all the best to you. We've got Doug Wade here, the full forward. Doug, can I have a few words with you? Bad luck, Doug, but a tremendous game it was.
It was a good game, wasn't it? You know, I thought we had them in three-quarter time.
Well, that was another third quarter. I think we spoke about this last week when you hammered Carlton into the ground in the 3rd quarter. You looked as if you were going to go on with it there.
But Richmond came back, you know. Yeah. We could never get that break on that we got on Carlton. You know. We were going into the last quarter, they were down, you know.
That's right.
But still, I thought we put up a pretty good performance on the day. Congratulations to Richmond for their flag for so many years.
Good on you, Doug, and you kicked 4 yourself, didn't you?
Yes.
Well, bad luck. I think you could have got 1 or 2 more too, but you missed a couple of easy ones.
A couple of easy ones, yeah.
Bit disappointed missing those early ones.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in losing, that's the thing, but still, that's another year. Yeah.
All right, Doug, well, all the very best to you. There's Billy Goggin over here, if I could have a few words with Billy. Billy, a great game today by you. You seem to always turn in a first-class effort whenever you play.
Yeah, thanks, Rod. I played fairly well. I thought the team, all the team, played pretty well. We had our opportunities. We felt we were going to win it at different stages of the game, but they came back and they were able to get on top of us just at the right time.
How do you think the boys felt when they got that couple of goals break in that 3rd quarter?
Well, we felt we could go on with it, but then again, they came back, and congratulations to them. They were a good side, the premiers, and there's not much I can say. We're defeated, but I think we're far from disgraced.
Yeah. Where do you think I don't suppose you can pinpoint any particular spots that possibly let you down? Because I didn't think there was any spots that really let you down. I think just the better side won on the day.
Possibly so, yeah. They got the breaks that were needed to win the game at the right time. That was near the finish. We were in front at different stages of the game, but we just weren't quite good enough, I suppose you could put it down to that.
Billy, I don't like talking about umpires, but how did you feel about Umpire Shield?
I couldn't complain about the umpires. I thought he's done a wonderful job right throughout the series.
Now, we've got Kenny Newland over here. Ken, bad luck today.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate. Naturally, we're very disappointed, but we're always first to congratulate a better side on the day in which Richmond were. And I think perhaps if we'd had a few lucky breaks, which is lady luck in football, plays a great part, and I think Richmond got the best of it there in the last quarter.
Kenny, I'd like to congratulate you on taking the mark of the day. That was a beautiful mark of yours in the third quarter.
One of the few, I'd say. But I was quite pleased to have taken it. I naturally had to jump on the pack, and I think if you get in that position, it's the best position you can be in. If you keep your eyes on the ball, 9 times out of 10 you will get it.
Was that your first grand final?
Yes, that was my first grand final, and it was naturally the biggest thrill and the biggest disappointment of my football career so far.
Nervous before the game?
Yes, just a little, but I was glad. If I hadn't have been, I'd have been worried, I think.
You must have a lot of football in front of you.
I hope so. I hope the players, as long as our captain, which has been a great credit to the game, and I'm alluding to Polly Farmer, never a greater footballer in history, and I think he tried his stomach out today for Geelong, and he was a great admiration for the club.
Kenny, loads of luck to you.
Now here's Harry Beitzel to sum up the match and give the vital statistics of the game.
9 occasions in all, it was nip and tuck. It was not until the 24-minute mark that Richmond actually hit the front. It was level with only about 7 minutes to go, and we would have had the pleasure of seeing them line up again, and what a great thrill that would have been, because 109,396 people attended the grand final, and that's a record since reserve seats have been booked. The big record was back in 1956, when something like 115,000 people packed themselves into the MCG. It was a fantastic grand final here today, played at a scorching pace with lightning handball, and with the way Goggin and Barrett set the playing field alight, it was jet-age football. The Tigers were down on 1 or 2 occasions, but they fought back tenaciously and tigerishly to get back in front. Geelong, however, were not to be outdone. At half-time, they went in looking as though Richmond had got the flag for 1967 sewn up. The score was 9-10-64 to Geelong 7-6-48 at 16 points the difference, and we were wondering whether the Cats could do again what they did last week in the final when they scorched away from Carlton in a vital third quarter. And they turned on this champagne football, and within the first 7 minutes 4 goals were slammed on, and they'd hit the front. It almost looked as though the Richmond side were gone, but they steadied, and a lucky free for Brown, and then Barrett, with a great individual effort, arrested the lead back for the Tigers. We saw the Geelong backs under pressure, then we saw Geelong wrest the lead back again, but eventually it was the brilliant play of Hart up at centre half forward, who is a 19-year-old kid, and this has really been his year in league football. Sure, it was a great game. It was courage shown by players of both sides. Nobody could be said that they showed a lack of courage here today. Every player gave his all for his side. The final stats that you're after is that in the free kick department, Richmond received 44 as against 33 to Geelong. In the last quarter, Richmond received 11 frees as against Geelong's 4. And the mark department, 59 to the Tigers as against 77 to Geelong. And the goal kickers for the day were, for the Richmond side, 3 each to Ronaldson, Royce Hart, Kevin Bartlett and Billy Brown, and 1 each to Paddy Ganane, Alan Richardson, Barry Richardson and Bill Barrett. For Geelong, 4 each to John Sherrick and Doug Wade, which means that Doug Wade finished the season with 96 goals, 4 short of that very elusive century. 3 to Billy Goggin and 1 each to Andrews, Gordon Hines, Colin Eales and Bill Ryan.
And now 3KZ's exclusive instant replay in which you can again join in the excitement of the match as both sides kick goal for goal.
There's Sherrick's kick.
The crowd stand, so does the goal umpire, and it's a goal through the centre after 5.5 minutes of play in the first quarter. So the first goal also goes to Geelong. The score is 9 points Geelong. Richmond are yet to score as Hart comes in. There's the shot. A deliberate one straight through the centre. And the first goal on the board goes to Royce Hart. 1 goal Richmond, and Geelong are on 1-3.
Wade's marked directly in front. No hope then for Swift. And he's only 30 yards out. A big kick coming up for Geelong and Wade. And Wade moves in right in front. On its way, and it's a goal. Geelong's second goal. 2 goals, 3.
Harry's in there. Up goes the pack. Patterson riding it. Oh, and Goggin, magnificent football. Breaks out of the pack. Beautiful play then. Broke out of the pack. Put it to boot and straight through the centre from that half-forward line. That was champagne football. And
By Richardson, according to umpire Shields, and Richardson from 35 yards out.
Richardson comes in, favours a punt kick, and it's straight and through. A lovely goal. Richmond's second goal on the board from a free kick.
It's a very acute angle as Brown moves in, drives towards the goal. He's kicked it. It's through for Richmond's third goal, and 2 from free kick. It comes back to Ainsworth. Albert picked up by Richardson. Richardson to Bartlett, and Bartlett's goal with Bound. And it's through. Richmond are in front. Richmond 4 goals to 26. Geelong 3-3, 21. Great handball then. Take Wade out of the play. Here's Eel's kick. It's going goal. What it'll be, a goal straight through the centre. And Geelong has scored their 4th goal. That's 3 minutes into this second quarter. The market's punched away. The big punch too by Ganane. It goes back to Brown. Brown's kick is going goal with Bound. And it's through for the 5th goal for Richmond. A good goal to Brown. He's second. And he puts it through for 5 goals, 5. A total of 35 points to Geelong. 4-3, 27. And he's 30 yards out, directly in front. Moves in. It's a goal, all right. And it's level pegging here at the MCG in the grand final. Richmond 5-5, 35. Geelong 5-5, 35. It comes to Hart. Hart over to Ronaldson was good football. Ronaldson's kicked it to goal. It didn't go very high, but it's through. And Richmond are 6 goals, 8. A total there of 44 points to Geelong 5.
Right down to Ganane at full forward, and Ganane marks. Beautiful mark by Paddy Ganane. And he's 5-6 yards out from goal, directly in front. Now, Ganane couldn't miss this one. He missed an easy one about 15, 20 yards out before, but I don't think he'll make the same mistake this time. He's only 5 yards out in front, comes in, favours a punt kick, and it's through the centre. Lovely goal. Kick by Paddy Ganane of Richmond, and Richmond now moving.
Playing 24 minutes. There's the shot by Wade. Straight through the centre, and it's another goal to the Big Cat. So there we go. It's another goal to Geelong. They go on now to 6 goals, 6. Middle of 2 players there. Brown was waiting in behind, but Hart now 35 to 40 or 35 yards out from goal. That's all he'd be. And on a 45-degree angle, moving in, kicking towards the scoreboard end, the railway end of the MCG. Moves in. There's the shot. It's a deliberate one. He's usually pretty accurate. And on this occasion, there's no mistake. And through the centre it goes for another goal to Richmond. That puts their 8th on the board. That'll make them 8 twice. He'll go for the kick now. Gets it eventually down towards full forward. Over the head of Ganane. Here's an opportunity. It goes through to Barry Richardson into the goal square. And has put it straight through the centre. No mistake. He played that very cleverly, staying out of the bounce of the ball. Waited for it to come to him. Ran into the unguarded goal. And the back line down to the ground. Sherrick goes for the hand pass out to Goggin. Goggin for goal! And has put it through for full points. A very important goal, as you heard Harry say a moment ago. And we see Geelong's 8th goal on the board. 8 goals, 6, 54, 10 points the difference. There by Gareth Andrews. Plays on, tears his way through. They're attacking down to the goal square. It's going to be possibly touched through, or is it through for a goal? It's a goal. It was missed. And there's the second one. Geelong coming back like firing the feed.
And it's going to Wade. Wade is going to be put on a pretty severe angle, but he's 5 yards out, 7 yards out from goal at a pretty severe angle. He runs around, kicks it on its way. He's goaled. Geelong have hit the front. Geelong are 10-6, 66. 3 goals to Wade. Richmond 9.
About 15 to 20 yards and put it straight into the tummy of Doug Wade, and he's now well within kicking distance. Moves in. It's a drop kick. It looks as though it could be on line. The goal umpire putting the fingers up. Another goal to Geelong. And they've gone on now to 11 goals, 6, 11-6, 72. 8 points in.
Right down towards centre half forward, and up went Hart in front of Walker. And Hart for the Tigers has taken a mark. It's on its way. It's a glorious kick. It's going to make the distance and also direction. A magnificent goal for the Tigers. One they needed to lift them. 10-10, 70. Geelong 11-6, 70. Well, that ball was swung by Mitchell then on his left boot, and Hines was the opportunist there on his own to take the mark. There's his drop kick, kicking towards goal. It's a beautiful goal. Goal umpire doesn't move. Geelong 12-7, 79. 9 points in front of Richmond, 10-10, 70. And the breeze, if anything, slightly... Short pass to Sherrick, and Sherrick is marked. Sherrick's marked on the half-forward flank towards the centre half-forward position. And that was great play by Ryan. Ryan, the winning move again, pulled last week to centre half forward. He went for the hand pass to Eels. Eels found Sherrick, and now Sherrick's looking for the goals, and he's found them. It's through for another goal, and Geelong are 6 their 6 for the quarter. They're 13 goals 7. That's a total of
11.71 to Geelong 13.785. Here's Brown, moving in. There's the shot, straight through the centre. No mistake about it. And he's put it through for the 11th goal on the board for Richmond. They go on now. That should be 11-11. That'll make them 77 points. It goes into the centre. There it goes in the direction of Barrett. Tried to do too much. He's lost it too. Marshall goes to the ground. Rosnow back to judgment. Goes back. A line-up shot by Barrett. Straight through the centre. And full points. And that was lost there by 2 players. Marshall, Barrett.
Yes, it was the Tigers' day, their first premiership for 24 years and the club's 6th flag. Let's hope that this recording of the highlights of the broadcast by 3KZ brings back many happy memories for football fans for years to come. 1967, Richmond, Victorian Football League Premiers.
Top station for football news, 1183 KZ.